Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tiny Learn Hub and welcome back to the SQL learning series that we are going to learn every day a new topic on basis of that SQL interview. So today's episode we are going to learn one of the most interview SQL topic that is left join. And in our previous video we learned how inner join combines rows that exist in both tables. But what happened if the customer has never placed an order? So should SQL ignore that customer or should it still display them? So that's exactly what we'll learn today. By the end of this video, you will understand the difference between the inner join and the left join. Know when to use each one and solve one of the most common SQL interview question. So let's start with that one. Now let me execute the first query. Yes. So let's begin with the customer table. Okay, here we have customer ID, customer name, and customer city. So notice something important. We recently added two new customers that are Sophia and James. They are registered in our system, but they haven't placed any order yet. So keep these two names in mind because they will help us to understand the left join. As for the our video, so I have one question to you guys. If a customer register on an e-commerce website but never buys anything, should they disappear from our record or should they still appear? Think about that for a couple of seconds and we'll find it shortly. Okay. So, mm, let me execute my second query for that one to understand this thing. So this table stores customer purchases. Okay. So notice that Sophia and James, they haven't placed any order yet. So that's perfectly normal in this table. Okay. It is totally normalizing that they haven't placed any order and you are not getting any kind of order details from two of that customers. So this is perfectly normal in a real world application as well. Many customer creates an account but never complete a purchase. So in my third query, so what is this one? Let me execute this one first. So let's quickly review the inner join from our previous episode. Okay. So when I execute this query, SQL returns only customer whose customer ID exists in both tables. Okay. So when John appears, Sam appears, Alex appears, David appears, so they will appear. But when Sophia and James, they are missing. Why? Because inner join only returns the matching records. If there are no matches rows in our order table, so SQL remove that customer from the result. Now, I have one question to you guys that is there any way to display every customer or even if they haven't placed an order? So that answer is yes. So for that query, I have my next queries ready for this one. Uh, Let me execute this one first. So in here now let's replace the inner join with the left join. Okay, notice that everything else stays exactly the same. Only one word changes. Let's execute it. So we executed that thing, and after that we look the results. And John is still here, Sam is still here, Alex is here, David is here, Emma is here. But Sophia appears and James is appears now. So those two names are new, so they appears as well. Okay, their products column still null. That means SQL couldn't find a match order for them. So but because we have the left join, SQL still returns those two columns for the customers. Okay, so now why is null? Don't see that null as a value. Okay. So null doesn't means it is zero. Null doesn't means an empty text. It simply means that there is no matching data. So this is one of the most important concept to understand when working with the joins. Okay. So now let's come to the next query. This is the one. So let's make the report more useful. Okay, instead of displaying one of the customer's name, we'll also show the city, product, and order amount. So let me execute this one first. So this looks much more like a real business report. Notice that Sophia and James still appears, and their product and amount are null because they haven't ordered anything yet. So that's why. So now, if your manager asks you like, can you show me every customer who has ever placed an order? So can like absolutely. Let's see the second query. So for that one, let me execute this query first. So now here, this one of the most useful left join queries you will ever learn. So we perform the left join and then we filter the rows where the order table has no matching customer ID. Okay, and here is the result. Now only customer without orders are there. Okay, so these are the three. Now company use this type of query to identify inactive customer and target them with promotions and reminder emails. Now let's come to the next query. So let's finish this with one final example. This query counts the number of order placed by the each customer. Okay, let me execute this one first. So John has two orders. Most customers have one order. Okay, so Sophia and James have the zero order. Now, even though they have no matching rows, LibJoin still keeps them in the result. And in the interviews, that interviewer often asks you like, what is the difference between the inner join and left join? So the easiest way to remind it, inner join returns only matching rows, and left join returns all rows from the left table whether they match or not. If there is no match, SQL finds the missing columns with null values. Okay. Now, you guys also have one practice challenge. So, the challenge is write a left join query that displays customer name, city, and product and returns every customer, including those who haven't placed an order. So let's pause the video and try to writing the query for by yourself. So I'll post the solution in my comment section. You guys can check it out. Now, in our today's video, we learned what left join is, how differs it from the inner join, and why null value appears, how to find customers without orders, and how left join works with count and group by. Okay. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe my channel, and share it with someone preparing for SQL interviews. In our episode 8, we'll learn right join, explained SQL, and compared it with left join. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of SQL Interview Lab. Till then, bye.